We're back, boys. All right. Y'all catch the buy after stream? There's a nice shotgun play there. I was trying to hold a runner. Yeah. Nice. Oh, why can't I close that? Bring this here. So let's read price. Let's see what's going on here. Low lot size, but I got like 150. So we got resistance here. And we have this next range for price to move up, right? This is going to be around, just like clockwork, 134 pips. Order flow, I'm not seeing much of a pattern right now. Let's just sit around for a bit, see what happens. We're trading below previous day's point of control. Obviously, we're just going to be bouncing between these levels here. It's all clustered up together. But the daily time frame is also not trending anymore. It's down heavy. As we're getting closer and closer to the point in time where Trump is going to escalate the war. You can see that the daily here has been a doji pretty much for the whole day, correct? Like we haven't had like much of a significant move. So I would actually like be looking more for like sells. Honestly, I think try not to have too much of a bias because we've seen so many good moves happen counter bias most of the time, but I'm still really keen for some kind of a sell setup. As you can see, we just totally melted here as well. We just completely melted here. And if anything, I am seeing more selling pressure on the order flow than I am seeing buying pressure. And we did just have like a new hourly candle. So let's move this up here a bit. Right, so we just created like some kind of a support here. And we got some nice range down towards like this next support level as well. It's going to be roughly about, let's say like 200 pips. So this is the region that we're currently holding. Right over here, probably going to see a move come out of this zone. You can see it's setting up on the 1 minute as well. 1 minute time frame. We're getting like a little bit of a setup going on here too. So we're going to get like some structure and see what direction that we break. Hopefully it's a sell. Even like best case scenario also we get like a candle close above that high. And then the next candle do something like this. And then come down. So we're just gonna watch, we're gonna wait, we're gonna see. But that is the idea. We're focusing on what's currently happening. We're not gonna focus all the time too much of like all of this. You know, we're gonna trade like a very stress-free way. This is stress-free trading. Key points 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it just depends on confirmation. You're gonna get confirmation for buy. You're gonna get confirmation for sell. Most likely it's gonna be a sell though. I'm seeing a lot more confirmation for sell. And that's it, man. And the price is gonna move from here to here or like here to here. Whether you like it or not, whether you believe in Fibonacci sequences and all of this stuff, price is either going to move from here to here or here to here. It's one of these things. And all you're trying to catch is like, 20 pips, 30 pips. Some of y'all are trying to catch 100 pips. But that's all you need to catch. Just got to wait. Nice one, Woods. Woot made 2%. Very good. What's up, Gold Rush? So Rashid in the chat. Timbo, thank you for the like, man. Good afternoon, AD. Good afternoon, Ricardo. So how is that software so far, Ricardo? Is it worth it? Would you say so far? Let me see how this here looks. It's coming down. The bubbles are the big orders, like the 46, 46, 40, 53. Now look at this, price is coming down here now. This area here has not been, what do you call it? Like on spot gold, it's not yet been broken. There's a potential zone here though. Let's see, yeah, big bubbles, big orders. This thing's melting. Similar like what happened with the London session today that we had. Target today is 45.73. Keep an eye on that order flow. What's that? 45.73. If I'm correct, Iran has declined the peace talks. If some criteria is not met and they're already firing again. Most likely they will decline the peace talks. This is just gonna be the reason for a lot of volume this year. Because why would they? You know, like for me, it just doesn't make sense. The dollar index is doing well. Price is moving up. Getting dollar strength. Why stop now? When a rocket is flying into space, does it stop midway and then say, I'm tired, I gotta chill here? No, it's gonna keep going. So with the dollar, we're about to break the stratosphere here. Right? Once we break and crack $100, you know, price is gonna move up. It's just gonna fly up. And I think this is gonna be the straw that breaks the camel's back. What's gonna happen here today? That's going to set a tone for the rest of the month up ahead. You know, it's a new month over here. We're already on the 7th of this month. So, you know, like you better lock in because this is going to be a really, really volatile month. You know, you got to work on your patience, your discipline, your FOMO, your greed. Because this month, man, it could really test you. Hey, Vic, first time seeing you here. Hey, what's up, RGB? Welcome, welcome. I sold at the top, but I chickened out. Yeah, we're gonna want to see price drop here soon. We got like even a potential shotgun play lined up. Gotta kind of watch order flow here. Volume has been slightly low in the previous 3 hours, although candles have been moving. Holy! Whoa! Damn, Daniel! What time is it? It's 8. It's 8. What's going on here? Damn, Daniel, look at this liquidity grab. Oh my days, why does it just melt? You know, of late I've been getting these sells which just completely melt like this. Like in just like a second, it's just gonna go like boom. That's a liquidity grab. Trump tweet something. A whole civilization will die tonight. Oh man, look at Ricardo on this. This is Truth Social, right? A whole civilization will die tonight. Never to be brought back again. I don't want that to happen, but it probably will. Sheesh, guys. Sell, 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 sell. However, now that we have complete and total regime change, oh my days, this thing's gonna melt. Let's see. Jim, where different, smarter, and less radicalized minds prevail, maybe something revolutionary, wonderful can happen. Who knows? Oh, you're gonna throw like a positive thing in here now. We will find out tonight. One of the most important moments in the long and complex history. I bet people just read the first line and sold gold. Most important moments in the long and complex history of the world. 47 years of extortion, corruption, and death will finally end. God bless the great people of Iran. You know, the way like Trump speaks nowadays, he doesn't even care anymore. Yeah, but this thing's coming down. Look at that liquidity grab. Grab 40 pips. Thank you, Trumpy. It's still coming down. It's gonna be like riding it's hard to ride a bull like this, you know, but it should be coming down. Let me go and see on my end over here. I have to put this guy at the top of the bookmarks. Yeah, that's it right here. 2 minutes ago, already 1,000 likes, 122 comments. Hey, chat, why can you all do this to my videos? Huh? It would be nice to get 122 comments in freaking 2 minutes. Hey, look at this. That's crazy, though. That's crazy. You need to put like some RSS feed on this, man. How'd you get it, though? Are you just looking at it when something happens on gold immediately, or do you got like an alert? Yeah, this thing's wild right now. How did it actually break through that zone? About like 44 pips. Yeah, I did the liquidity grab first, then it broke, I think, yeah. When I see price move, I just refresh the page. I always have it open. You just get like RSS feed. Be pretty nice. It's really easy to set up. I need Trump socials on my second monitor on auto refresh. I think the RSS feed, how often does that thing refresh? Like, I don't know if it does it by the second. But most of the time, by the time it's out, you're already kind of too late with these types of things. But in a situation like this, it would be good to know, because it still seems like the move hasn't yet fully fulfilled itself. And it's because there's no like concrete. It's not concrete. It's just more like adding fuel to the fire. Need Trump socials. Also, the entry zone is for buy or sell. We never sell counter direction. So if you got price moving down, it's gonna be for sell. If it's moving up, it's gonna be for buy. No, I don't do this. You know, the problem with doing this, you're gonna like get the market go through your levels. Something's gonna happen later towards the end of market, and you're gonna see markets move tomorrow morning quite a lot during the pre-session. Don't FOMO in. Don't worry about the Asia moves. You gotta catch it like still during pre-London. So like as traders, we gotta get good at sleeping like babies, right? Because sometimes you worry too much about missing moves. But if you can at least come during pre-London, at least you're not gonna miss too much. Sometimes Asia will move, granted, but there'll always still be juice left over at pre-London. And then London, sometimes London's a bit like, it's like an hourly candle that's moved too much. That's what we get in London sometimes. a little chop, but you can still get really good moves, right? As long as you're consistent, that's the important thing. It's better that you show up daily than somebody who's gonna show up only like once in a while and, you know, have like a messed up schedule throughout the day always. But if you're showing up at least daily at the same time, it wouldn't be too much of a worry. But let me see, how big was this chop? Because it broke and then it chopped. Okay, let's just remove this. Let's remove this here. Actually, if it pulls up a little bit, that'll look good for a re-break of the lows. Like, if kind of like respected this support area here and then pull up a little bit and then re-break, that'd actually be a lot nicer to fill that range. Will it though? Maybe it's just gonna break now. It could just break now. Looks like it could, like, if it, strictly speaking, if it breaks now, it wouldn't be the worst, but definitely not the cleanest. There's definitely still a sense of volatility in here. We can see the orders, got a bunch of orders coming in, but nothing too crazy. It's not at the moment. It does want to come down. It's a question of how it comes down, you know? It's about like 153 pips. Trump news bad for gold? Yep. Yes, normally it's late, but depending on the news, it can just keep moving. It can just keep moving. RSS feed, I think there's a max refresh rate. I'll try set up with ChatGPT. I wonder if we can make indicators that get news. Oh, on RS? Nah, probably not on TradingView, but you can try. The TradingView should just allow open source, right? That'll be really cool. Complete open source. Because I think as a company, they don't really do much in terms of good marketing, and there's a lot they could implement here with AI and a bunch of other stuff. And not change too much of the design and everything. I tried to get something to link Trump socials directly to TV last week. Don't think it's possible. You can do it with the RSS feeds. Just type in rss.app, I think. Then you're gonna get, like, it refreshes and then you get a notification. You can set it up to get on your phone or your email probably. What's the indicator on the left? On the right, that's order flow. It's, I'm not really gonna call it like an indicator, but it's order flow. There's our orders coming into the market right now. That's a bid, that's a ask. This buyers versus sellers. So you get to see a little bit more data of what's going on here. Who's in charge, who's currently controlling down here with the footprint. What kind of volume to expect in the market. False moves, absorptions. There's a bunch of stuff you can get good at reading into. Real moves, fake moves, which is also quite important. Like you see right now, this is more like kind of hard to say actually, because the candle is still fresh. We can anticipate it wants to come down. But once it starts to push, we're gonna get like better readings. Because right now it's still pretty fresh candle. This candle here is already closed. We know we have a point of control by 46.74, which is like literally right here. It's a zone that is kind of struggling, as you can see on the 1 minute as well. Still choppy. I'm gonna personally wait a bit longer for this to come down. All I do know is, like, once price starts to break below that low, then you're most likely gonna start to see a little bit more volume potentially, right? I'm gonna wait for this to calm down over here a bit. That's a really fat wick up here. That isn't on my chart. It must be an indicator. No, that's not an indicator, man. This is not trading view. This is order flow software. Man, I wish trading view could do this. You know, trading view is still very basic. The only thing on trading view which is kind of nice to use is that volume profile. Like we used to like using like volume profile, but it's a bit unnecessary because you can already see where the volume gaps are by reading the candles, right? But this is one that I guess like people are gonna like to use. But when it comes to this sort of thing, I think you'd rather prefer investing in something a bit different. Yeah, all right, let's just remove this. No, it's been a bit volatile. That's why I'm like, I want to see price sell. I'm not overly fixated on the sells. Because so far, we've been seeing a lot of good buys as well. Look at the orders coming in. Look at the, oh my days, look at the amount of orders coming in right now. So we're going to see this could be like a genuine move to the upside. However, footprint is still showing sellers in control. But if it carries over like this and this starts to flip over, that could look pretty good for price to continue moving up. What's gold up to? It's up to something, all right. Let's read some news. Gold volatile as Iran deadline looms. Fluctuated around 46.50 per ounce. Caught between cautious gains and losses as markets brace for Donald Trump's ultimatum to Iran later today. Deadline demands Iran reopen the Strait of Hormuz, agree on a ceasefire, or face military retaliation. Yep. Crisis has bolstered the US dollar and prompted traders to bet against Federal Reserve rate cuts, undermining gold's appeal. So this is the reason why I would freaking prefer a sell this week on gold. Like, I'm avoiding the buys too much because we're missing out on some really good buys. But I still believe once those sells really roll around or you get stuck into a sell, it plays out beautifully. That's how I managed to catch at least this yesterday, 11%. And also this little 7% move over here. Sells. Even the sells that we called out during the London. How crazy were those? That's a beautiful thing about the sell. You're going to get really nice follow-throughs. Unprecedented spikes. Which like also going to boost your P&L. I haven't seen it much on the buys except for today, which was this was a freak event. Yeah, this was China buying up gold. Getting involved in the market. We did not expect this. So it moved up. I told you like usually what happens is when smart money comes in, they move the market, correct? But the market always recalibrates later. So that's a recalibration here. So it doesn't mean like they're going to make money because they get slipped as well. Because they're moving the market. So that was a bit unprecedented. Not sure how and why we had that investment into gold when we're expecting Trump to say something about escalating the war today, unless we're going to get a surprise. Man, what if we get a surprise? Look at this. What if we get a surprise and there's something already in the works for potential de-escalation? And instead of moving down, we move up. Because it's a bit suspicious that. You just gotta wait and see. Just gotta wait and see. That's, oh man, this is already breaking the accumulation to the upside too on spot gold, but not yet on futures. What time is it? 22 minutes into New York. Yeah, it's already breaking highs here on spot gold. See this? Sometimes it can be ahead. Either one can be a bit ahead of reality. Sometimes you're going to see the moves already in play. and then futures catches up a bit later, and then sometimes the other way around. So I'm gonna see if price can move and fill this range, I guess. There's potential entry right over here. Entry zone. Oh, we got potential sellers trapped down over here, but we haven't really seen the buyers like really come in and take over order flow yet. Except from the delta, we can see they're increasing in strength, but it's still definitely below average, right? It's still below average. So yes, it's moving up. Volume is still low. Delta is still low. CVD is still low. So what kind of guarantee that this move can move up? It's a less confluence, right? It's what we call an early entry. It can still play out, but it's an early entry. Do I always keep the risk the same when catching more or less pips? Yeah, more or less keep it the same. 2%, 1% between that range per trade. So if I'm looking for, let's say like, yeah, it doesn't matter in terms of how many pips that I'm looking for. It just matters on how I can protect my capital. So also like how I feel about the trade. Jeez, man. This is a very early entry here. Very early entry here. But I feel like something's cooking up, Chad. Like I said, these buys are very suspicious. We just might see gold move up for the rest of the week. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But we'll get the final word in when Trump says something, you know. Just look at the sheer amount of orders coming in, though. That's what I like to see. Low-key see a little bit more selling over there. But man, look at this. Sheesh. Yeah, this thing's about to be quite volatile. As it moves up towards like 47.03. Holy. Anybody still get stuck into any of these buys? This one kind of moved like 40 pips. I'm gonna wait a little bit. Before getting involved. But there's a section over here that, let me see how. For me, I'm not seeing much of a bullishness in terms of order flow yet. Also, the daily bias is still kind of waiting over here. Petrol dollar goes down, gold goes up. Let's see what oil is doing. Oil is still heading up here. Pretty nice. We're trading out $115 a barrel. And we should be targeting, definitely, Chad, we're moving up. We're shy of the ATH right now. This thing will see 126 by I guess maybe the end of the week, potentially. We should be at ATH. This weekly candle is still pretty fresh. You can see it's still like a doji candle. It's like, you know, when we're looking at those hourly candles, it's literally the same thing. It's like an hourly candle which has not yet had its move. So you see also with gold over here, it's coming down. I don't really trust that move yet to the upside. Or it's going to be a bit shaky. Yeah, so sellers in control right now. I wish I'd been holding runners today. End up holding runners on a day which was super difficult. But today, since a pre-session, price has just been running on these positions. Man, yesterday's runners were so difficult to catch. Look at how many times getting stopped here at break even. But today it's been so easy. Well, not super easy, but a lot easier. Because the first trade ran in the morning pre-London. The second trade on the London Open also ran. The buys that we are looking for during stream, that kind of push here like about 60, 70 pips. 65 pips. So not much of a runner here. Although I still think it's pretty decent. Like a really good runner would say like maybe 70 plus current market conditions. But it also depends, right? It depends on how heavy you go in the position. Like risking 2%, 3%. Goldie's setting up again on the 1 minute right here. You can see better on spot gold. Got a freaking long ass wick to get through though. Should break the lows instead. Would be a nicer sell. 46.62 since the sellers are still in charge. Oh, nice. We even had a divergence play on this. Up over here. You can see it. As price moved up. Remember what happened when I was talking? Yeah, that was that candle. Remember I was talking about like how when this candle was moving up, it's usually the next candle where you're going to see like the absorption or like the weakness coming, like shortly before we ended stream. So you can see we also got the divergence on the following hourly candle that followed through with the bearish nodes as well. That's typically what we've been seeing a lot of the time, like a big bull run on the hourly, and then that next hourly can give like really good counter move setups. Gold edges higher as Iran deadline looms. Gold volatile as Iran deadline looms. Goldman cuts 2026 copper price forecast on softer demand expectations. Yeah, I mean, the buyers are going to have a lot of levels to get through here. Previous day POC, previous week's POC. 46.96 is a good reaction zone for sellers. 46.96. Oh, nice. Yeah, you caught it. 46.96. And you also got that 4700 psychological mark right there too. I mean, like, let's see how much of the range was filled. You get like 65%. Should be like from here. Oh, not yet. See that? That's why we can see with the order flow, like this move up, it was a good move. There were a lot of orders which came in, but we can see it with the footprint that it's not a genuine move up. It's just like a bit of volatility. So the thing that's kind of like pushing down is through this zone when you start breaking 46.62. That's what player was talking about. That's currently in motion. It's already done like 20 pips. But better an earlier entry like that, when there's still clearly more sellers active. Buyers haven't really shown too much dominance today. You know, when it comes to reading this only works when you know how to read this. If you can't first read this, then this is not going to help. All right, you got to first look at the candles. You got to look at it. You know what the best order flow is? The best order flow is first this, and then you got to come over here, and then you got to read this. You got to read this. Oh, what is this freaking thing? Right over here. And then we're going to come over here. The holy trifecta. And then you got to work on this right over here. This is going to be the most important one. You know, you got to work on the dome. Because even with all of this, man, if the dome is not correct, then if you're not moving correctly, then it's easy to not be consistent. Gold just moved up. It created a new resistance up over here. There's still a slight bit of range left over though. It's like 66 pips. I'm gonna wait for like about 15 minutes, just see how this continues to cook up. Because what I'm watching right now is the Auli, yeah? Because the Auli hasn't really had much of a move yet. It's still like a doji. Remove all distractions. Yeah, I mean, you gotta remove what's not serving you. For me, very nice to see this, right? It's very nice to see when price moves up to see if it's a genuine move. So that's what I gotta use this for. And if the price is moving down, we gotta look here and then we just gotta read the numbers and see if it's a genuine move. Also look and see who's trapped in the market. But there would still, most of the time, we'll be waiting for the price action to line up. Every now and then, we can hit it based off of this. If there's very good confidence for price to come down. Basically, like what happened this morning during our pre-London, right over here. We took it like a sell as price was starting to like break these lows. because we can see there's a lot of volume that was coming in, and the moves were still genuine. Even beyond this point, you see like price continue to come down. Not gonna lie, for me, the right one is distraction. Candle itself is enough to tell volume. Change my mind. Let me say it's gonna depend on your current, like what you need in the moment, right? Like maybe for you, like right now, what you're gonna need in the moment is to focus on this, which is, you know, perfectly fine. But when the cup gets full and you have more capacity to look at other things, then you can maybe like start investigate like how confluences look now with this, for example. Correct? But I don't gotta change your mind. I mean, you gotta like perform pretty well, even if that's what you're doing right now, then just keep doing that. But you know, life's all a game about elevation. It's just always trying to get better. Like we don't need it necessarily, but let me tell you something, like this has increased my confidence maybe like, let's say, how much percent? Can you say like 50? I don't know. It's hard to say, but it definitely increases my confidence within setups if this is lining up 100%. It definitely does help. But you never, just like any other kind of like an indicator, you never want it to stand in the way of your execution, right? So for example, if let's say price is coming down and you got like a candle close below here, and let's say your idea was that price can continue to move down, but now you're seeing a pivot point right over here, you mustn't let the pivot point get in the way of you executing based off of what price action is doing. Especially like if you see some liquidity grabs, you know, you see some fake moves, maybe even the daily trend is moving down bearish, creating lower lows, moving like this. You're not gonna let like a pivot point stand in the way of price to continue to move it down. All right, let's see how price cooks up here. Late Invic, have you read Trump's post from 30 minutes ago? Yes. Yeah, we read it. Yeah, we're expecting price to come down. But we're expecting price to come down, but if you read the post, it didn't give much of a overall direction. He's still hopeful that they're gonna come out of this with like some sort of a deal, right? So then we got price move in both directions. You can see with that candle right here at 805. Then we had a move up, and then we had another move back down. This is what I'm looking at here. About 20 minutes for the new hourly open. I swear, it's like Trump just waits. He just knows the market. 5 minutes into freaking New York Open, he tweets something or like he posts something. This man moves like very intentionally. Nothing he does is like random, of course. Or is ready to make money. 8 a.m. But the good thing is we don't have any news later on. Alright? We only got these like red folders here for NZD, but nothing too important except like Trump giving us the update later. That's pretty much it. Tomorrow we got FOMC meeting minutes. Also, it's not the FOMC statement, but it's gonna be like something that's important. Then we got core PCE, obviously Thursday, Friday. Got some more red folders, core CPI. Haven't gone to the SME group in a while though. Let's see how the rate decisions look. They're probably at easing, a neutral, probably like neutral, no change. Yeah, no change, 97%. April, June, no change. July, no change. September, October, yeah, nothing. I think all eyes are just on this war. All right, so we're starting to break below the lows of the accumulation over here. Nice. Delta's increased. Seller aggression coming in. The new, even more radical Iran regime won't agree to anything. Next 24 hours could make a lot of people rich and equally close a crazy amount of accounts. Can I sneak into Trump's Discord? Yeah, we're going to sneak into his Discord tomorrow when you see price move up or down. Oh, nice. Finally, this guy's got back to me. I'm looking for promo codes at the moment for this software. So just bear with me, chat. But sell aggression is looking good. See, this is playing off of this just the general section I'm looking at here. I'm starting to break the lows by 46.81. This is a distribution. We got about how many minutes? Hourly candle here has not had a move. This could be literally one of the first. Actually, it had a move. The hourly had a move, but it hasn't had like a genuine move, like a genuine directional move. Not yet. You can see it's still pretty fresh. Might be planning on having that here in the last 13 minutes. Because the whole idea was for price to come and fill this range. Right? 154 pip. Clean traffic. Up 80 points. Nice one. Send in the chart here on Discord. We're gonna have a look. TP, we got some really nice trades today. I've been there, brother. Using VIX schedule of 1 trade per session helped me out. Let's see, pre-London L, London W, pre-NYW, done for the day. Very good. Very nice. Yeah, man. 3 trades a day, you're gonna have a stress-free time. Momar, secure 47. Beautiful W. Holy. Oh, this was when that news came out. Man, beautiful, man. Especially if you knew why it was moving up as well. That would be more impressive, right? Because now you're reading the volume. So it's the same thing like how we're going to do it tomorrow. After Trump says what he says, and we're going to see price really trend tomorrow, either going to be trending down or up. We're going to know why it's moving in that direction. So that's going to give us a lot of confidence. Nice one, Kevja. Got some clean buys over here. Break of the highs, clean range. Let's see what time frame this is. 5 minute. Killing it, sir. Yeah, just watch gold come down and fill this range over here. Candle's about to close at about 12 seconds. I still have room for like a bit more of a shotgun play to the downside. See, Owlie's finally starting to move. It's going to be like a wick fill down towards that support area. Seller aggression seems to be genuine at the moment. You get through the previous day value area low, which is actually like right here. 46.74. Oh, it looks like we cracked below it. Five-minute shotgun, but support to close. What support? Support too close. Oh, I got some room here. It's like 100 pips. But yeah, it was a strong break though. That's the only thing. Like it was a strong close. How much time we got left? 9 minutes. I mean, the OGs know what the indicator is called. What do you call it? Like the software. Because you're gonna get new people on the stream every day asking the same exact question. You know, that's why I would rather just do this right. Get the promo links and get that on a timer. So every 50 minutes, gotta post it in the chat. Brutal spike though. Holy. No need for that, Goldie. I'm still not in. I'm waiting for I'm waiting to see this candle here close in like about 6 minutes. It's 6 minutes, 6 minutes, 6 minutes. We're gonna end up creating a support over here, and this support's gonna shift to this level by 46.73. Still leaving us quite a decent range below, about like 103 pips. Not seeing any big orders coming in though. The way it actually looks now, it seems to have had a distribution from this area that we like briefly spoke about. And you can kind of see the head and shoulders pattern right here. That was a melt off. That was a distribution down. And now this was towards the tail end. I suppose that's why we saw like maybe a lower probability. But for me personally, I still think this thing had some pretty good legs to keep moving down at this point. But it seems like we're just kind of retracing from this zone. This is a zone where it actually broke from. That's a pullback as we're about to get the new H1. Oh, Lee, man, look at this. Oh, Lee. What's going on here? Where's this trading activity coming from? Did Trump tweet something again? Ricardo? What did you catch? Was that the no nothing? Was that one there? See, got it? Nice. Oh, damn. Yeah, that came out of nowhere. Man, look at the amount of orders coming in right now. What's going on here? I'm telling you, the closer we're inching to this decision here, markets are going to act very, very strange. Hopefully get stuck in properly, eh? Hey, where's Nightbot? Is that not the command? About to get a new hourly open here, chap. And it's a pretty big range that we're in. I'm going to show you here in a bit. Yeah, this is an area here. I think like price is trying to break away from. That was the fake out above that zone. That's the range that we're in. It's around a, what's it, like a 202, 200, 240 pip range. Starts getting through these zones over here. We might see a further distribution. See prices overall coming down, down, down. Little bit of accumulation right over here and then break the lows. Try and continue to move down bearish. Got a bit of a liquidity grab as well above this high. Checking out the order flow as we approach that zone. Stream change a bit. That's a volume footprint. Yes, sir. Remember, guys, drink some water as we wait for a setup. Remember to hydrate. Don't trade like a raisin. Man, I want to see price get through this level by 46.73. Because I do like the way that little bit of a fake out situation happened here. And for me, it looks like it could melt. The daily hasn't yet flipped, but oh no, actually on futures it's flipped. Yeah, it's flipped about 0.13%. So it's still kind of like a doji, but we're definitely yeah, actually pretty much a doji. Pretty much a doji. You see, the daily hasn't had a move yet, so I think the next best, highest probability time price gonna move, it's gonna be New York session. New York session is usually the follow through for the daily. Man, where are these buyers coming from? Because I feel like gold has already done us a lot of liquidity spikes above these areas. You got one above here. You got one here. We're just kind of waiting on the release from this zone, right? You see, like once gold releases, actually, if it's a buy or a sell, it's been quite nice today. Those are the swings to the upside, the swings to the downside. This is like last buy idea we had on the day. Moved up about like 70 pips. Completely melted. Boom, boom, boom. Small little V-shaped recovery after hitting the bottom of the range. This is all clean traffic on the left-hand side. You go on like a higher time frame, let's say like the 30, you see like got mirrored. This whole price action here on the left hand side got mirrored down towards support. Now it created like a bit of support, and it's giving vibes that it wants to move bullish, although it's coming down. So you just gotta be patient. We need a command for patience. Oh, wait. I think I got one. Might be a nice buy if we create some sort of a structure here. That's what I'm waiting for. Because for me, this would still look like a good head and shoulders right here. Especially that accumulation to continue following through. But we don't want to force bias too much. If we're seeing some sort of like buy aggression. Buyers taking over nodes quite nicely over here. Let's see. Boom, boom. Nice structure on the one though. Let's see if that aggression can increase a bit more. We're currently at like 500k. Would be nice to see more orders come in too. Got to get through that 8 SMA. You know, the whole idea with a buy, man, you gotta really need to see. Oh, got some sellers. Look at this. We got a potential trap. If price keeps moving up over here, we got a potential trap by 46.80. But yeah, what I mean is, if we're gonna move up, we have a lot of speed bumps to get through, as opposed than if we just move down, because we got like clean range. It was like 46.60. So we're gonna see now. As for me, this still looks beautiful, like a small little liquidity grab above here, because this structure would look the same as candles closing if you went time frames lower. But you see, because of our time frame higher, we got like a wick. A small liquidity grab here. Here's to get more candles coming down. And if you even go on the 1 minute, you got to see like potential head and shoulders there. Such a good level for either direction. Yes. That's the thing. At this current moment, it gotta go like either direction, you know? So we gotta see like what direction does the market want to go. Then we jump in. See, sellers are coming in heavy over here. We're about to get delta flip. So if it pushed up, beautiful sell. I mean, squeeze opportunity here. Trap the sellers as we move up. But if it moves down, then we gotta know like who's in control, like a lot clearer. Buy or sell, chat. Buy or sell. Buy or sell. Buy or sell. We should have some commands for that. Wait. Nice. A reverse Uno card. You need to see it move before you trust it. I want to see it crack 46.70 over there. And gonna see how order flow gonna look like as we're coming down.
Bomboca!
Do you think these moves making only banks or some people too? Yeah, I think some people are gonna make these moves, you know. Some people, they're gonna like even spend 20 million, 50 million on positions. Discretionary traders. It's not always the banks. Actually, you know, when you're gonna work like at a bank or a hedge fund, you're always trying to look for money, right? So the number one goal is to also like liaise with clients and try bring people on board, because like they wouldn't exist without having a good clientele of people. They're like very wealthy people are gonna make these moves happen too. Yeah, I want to see this monitoring this point of control here by 46.79. I want to see if this area can actually hold. Right now it's neck and neck. That's why price is not moving. It's neck and neck. 4.8 mil, 4.8 mil for buyers and sellers. What did I order flow? We've been using for some time now. It's been like amazing. It's been really good. I got carried away with it though. So now I'm learning how to take less trades. Just better probability trades. It's very easy to get carried away. I'm going to wait and see what happens here. Because right now it seems like the buyers are low-key trying to take control of the situation. Although we're seeing seller nodes. You see we just got one node flip bullish. They did like small little liquidity grab here as well on the 5-minute. That's if it gets pushing up. There's like 50 seconds. I'm telling you, they're trying to trap this. They're trying to trap the sellers here. They're trying to push up. This hourly candle over here would look pretty nice because that's a top wick, right? That's a top wick. It has to battle through the SMAs on the hourly as well. So if it like reflip and then re-breaks these lows, I feel like there's a pretty good chance it's going to be a wick fill. Look at the amount of orders coming in again. Getting a little bit of volatility in there. It's almost head and shoulders. It does it again. Volume so big. Candle looks like it's having a heart attack. Exactly. And we can see it's just setting up. You can see it here. We don't want to get involved in here. $9.4K big order sell came in. How far are we in this hourly? About like 30 minutes left for the hourly close. See, it hasn't had any move yet. It's just been kind of like sitting here. We're waiting on that distribution. I think once it reflips and breaks, we should be good. Right now, although price is coming down, we're still seeing a lot of buyer aggression. Let's see, guys. Don't forget to eat your proteins today. Gonna order half a chicken for lunch. Let's get it, sir. I think my limit on chicken is like 166 grams. For some reason, I can't eat more than that. Like consistently if I'm trying to get protein in. Which is about like, I think 50 grams. 166 grams of chicken is like 150 grams of protein. I mean, 166 grams of chicken is 50 grams of protein. But you know what I've been doing of late with the chicken? It's been making like a soup with it. Because it gets like really dry. So I make like a nice meatball soup with it. I think it's called Italian meatball soup. Or marry me soup. Man, it's pretty good. And you feel good afterwards, like when you eat like a soup during the day. Are you cooking yourself? Yeah, I love cooking. I want to get into like Asian soups. I want to get into more like soup dishes. A lot easier to get that kind of protein down, you know? Hey. Are you buying? I'm waiting. I've developed into a professional chicken masala roti meal prepper. Nice one. Oh, am I buying bio? Yes, sir. Only way to go. Damn, can this candle just move already? There's an owly. It's finally starting to flip. You know, with gold so far today, I would not be surprised to see candle just move through this zone and then just completely dump in like a second. Because that's what we've seen happen twice today. We saw it happen pre-session, London session, and this is New York session. We haven't yet had that happen in New York yet. You see, like, there's still a lot buy aggression, even though we just got a bearish engulfing candle here. I think they're kind of losing the previous day value area low as some kind of a support by 46.74. As well as the actual support. Buy aggression is increasing. There's a nice move here on spot gold in terms of the structure. It's just not very clear on the futures chart. Would be nice for this candle here to close bearish. See if Delta can kick up a little bit more. NY open now 7 minutes. Maybe we get the breakout then. At least NAS high volume time. Oh, the NYSE, yeah. Candle there closed bullish. It's currently on a distribution play on spot gold. On this candle here to close. On that delta to build up a bit more, because 5 minutes also about to close. I mean, new 5 minutes about to open. So delta should kick up. New 5 minutes. It's gonna be like a kind of a shotgun. Gotta get through that SMA as well. Kind of like fighting it right now. Should be able to get through it though. This comes up to try crack that wick high as well by 46.88. Come on, fly, Goldie. And where's the volume at, Goldie? Because it's not giving those resistance points. There's too much delta in the market right now. Or, well, it's rather increasing. We're about to hit 1 million. It's not giving that solid structure. Because I anticipate, let me show you what I'm looking at here on the left, on the right hand side. This is the move, right? This is the move that I anticipate that it's distributing from. Like once we broke above this high, then it pushed up around, is that like 54 pips? Come on, Goldie, just give us a nice move. Nice setup. See, Delta's come down quite a lot now again. So it's looking good. For me, still look good below here. 46.70. So you can even see it coming down to retest that zone. Unless a sell setup happens a bit sooner within this range. Because like from here to here, we got like 177 pips. It's still a head and shoulders pattern too. Until it fully reverses through that level above here. Because you still got the left shoulder, the head, the right shoulder. So that could still come down and it will still look pretty nice, structurally speaking. We're gonna have some move. Man, look at this. Volume's coming in again. Spot gold hasn't broken that high yet. So it's still pulling down. Man, look at that buyer aggression. I'm telling you, Chad, there's low key some buying happening on gold today. Look at the amount of orders coming in right now. I will not be entirely surprised to see, this is also the NYSE, the New York Stock Exchange open here. That's how you just got an influx. I would not be surprised to see Goldie have a really big move here soon. Because that hourly has been kind of like stunted, right? Like the previous hourly, this hourly, it's kind of consolidated. You see it's hovering. It's hovering. It's not finding it easy to get through these zones. So you just got to be cautious. Retest and sell is a possibility. I don't want to go get kicked by the wick. Finally, man. Look at this. Maybe NYSE now we can get direction. Well, the 5-minute looks coming down nicely. Holy. Sorry, we still got this range here to mop up below support, below 4670. We're still looking at around what's this, like 107 pips, 107 pip range. Would be nice to get a fresh 5-minute candle as it's coming down. Would be good. Look at the sheer amount of orders starting to come in now. I wouldn't call this a bullish trap, however. We just got a sell imbalance here, 5.7 million. They just had a big sell order come in. Come on, New York. New York has still not given direction, chat. NY session has still not given direction. And we're already 1.5 hours in. So any one of these candles here are gonna do it. It could, I mean, most probably we might say at any time now. It could be this hourly here, because we're 1.5 hours in, still no direction. See how we're approaching. Orders are starting to kick up. Look at that cluster right there about it coming in. Command bubbles. See how much longer we got? 1 minute for the 5-minute closure. Just did a nasty grab up here. Let's move that for now. If it revisits that zone, we'll revisit the idea of buys. Goldie having a bubble bath right now. Man, if it cracks that low, it's probably gonna melt. At this rate. New 5 minutes about to open here, about 30 seconds. That's really nice because it's gonna allow the move. If it wants to move down, it's gonna allow it to move down a lot better. Dude, we got support by 46.73 there. Let's see if it actually closes support. We got like 10 seconds. Yeah, looks like closing. Order flow is looking good. Man, look at orders coming in. Watch out for the re-break of these lows. All right, chat. I'm already in. Waiting to see if we can follow through here. I'm gonna manage my stop loss. Let's say just around like 10 pips. All right, I got stopped over there. Didn't get the follow through I wanted. See, how much was that? 270. Like 0.50%. Come on, Goldie. We know you want to freaking melt. Just melt. Stream still on? Let's see. My trading view lagged. What the heck? Come on, trading view. What is this? Now, it looks like we're still on. Iran just closed all contact channels with the US. I'm gonna have to use yeah, my MetaTrader is still working. It's just trading view. Now it's back on. Yeah, we're back live. Look at the hourly though. The hourly is still pretty fresh to move. Fresh to move down. It still hasn't had a move down yet. Still kind of waiting to see if we can re-break these lows. Yeah, like a decent push out of this. Oh, very nice closure on the 1 minute. Well, guys, smash the like button, support the channel. It does support the channel, grow, help it to grow. Would appreciate it. Hey, Shalplasm, greetings from Blaze Zero. If you still remember him, 100%. Had a chat yesterday. Nice. How's Blade doing? Hope the guy's doing well. What happened to him? I feel like Goldie still has not yet given us a good NY. It's an NYSE open over here and everything. We still have not had a proper move from this hourly. Yeah, at last he thought at least he thought about restarting with trading. Life happened, he said. Not quite more details. It's hard to trade today. Just gotta be kind of quick on your feet, I guess. There are a lot of liquidity grabs. There was one liquidity grab right now for buy liquidity to sell off. Because it's moving down. Goldie wants to move down right now. Oh, flipping heck. Let's go. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Holy. Holy. Told you, chat. Watch out for that break. Watch out for that break. You gotta be locked in. So this is liquid. Wait, let me show you here on the spot gold, because that's what I'm looking at here. This is the liquidity grab I was talking about, and that's what I'm saying. Like, we hadn't had a move like this yet. Finally, that's what I needed. That's why you see you gotta quick cut your loss. Like, you see, if your trade's not going in your direction, you're better off just trying to cut that loss quickly. And then get one of these bumper clots. So we just had a freaking bumper clot. Let's go. This is what I'm saying, chat. Sorry. Let me calm down. But that's what it is. That's what I've been saying. Like, since the pre-session, we've had that spike. We've had the spike also with London, with that sell analysis that we did over here, if y'all remember. Let me just go back. What was that sell analysis? Oh, this is a 15-minute. That's why I can't see it. But anyway, this is the range that we're looking to get filled, right? Down towards that support. But this is the sell idea we're talking about here. How it spiked down. Also pre-session spiked down. And now we got the London spike with the New York spike. All crucial sessions, this has been happening. That's what I was waiting for. That's why if I see my trade struggle, I'm going to be out soon. Man, beautiful. About 1,180 over here. Yeah, that's the move, because this is a range. We don't know if it's going to pass through this level. That's 4660.
We don't do that.
Is that a buy or a sell? Oh, damn. Negative 50? Sorry, my bad. I think that was a buy. What did we take? Why did I take that loss on, chat? Yeah, it was a buy above this area here. That was at it was at 926. Close right here about 50 pips. Just roughly 40 pips. That's what we're waiting for, chat. Like the Owly did not move, right? It finally had its move right here. Now it's going to be quite interesting to see if price can get through this zone by 46.60. Because we also got a speed bump over here. We got some like difficult terrain for price to get through. Right? We got this support, this support. So it's going to be a lot more difficult. So I think what would instead happen is we're just going to continue to play this range. Right? We're just going to keep playing this range. That's why you can see that price could have moved from here. Correct? We could move from here to here. But we don't know what's going to happen beyond this point. That's 46.60. That's a pinpoint touch of the 40 spot. CFD level. Yeah, futures is definitely going to be a bit off. Like right here, we're at like 46.69. Spots at 46.44. I would say like for me, I'm quite used to the spot price. I feel like the spot price is like the more genuine one because futures hits the ATH too easy. Like once you start moving ATH, it hits it too easy. But when spot hits ATH, it feels like it's gonna mean something more, you know? All stock market is red. Can we cash the buys now? No, we still got... If this buy move here is going to be very risky, right? Because sellers are still in control of the market. So you got to be careful. It's moving up, but it's like possible absorption to continue moving down. Because remember, sometimes like for price to continue moving down, we're going to need like buyers. Man, how many trades to take today? 1, 2, 3. Okay. That's a 100 pip 1 minute candle. Wow, why is Magnus crashing out so much? Every time I see this guy on social media, it keeps crashing out. Crashed out with this girl who wanted to take a photo with him and then reported her after taking the selfie. How not to get laid 101. Market needs SLs to continue. Yeah, I mean, now we're gonna have some kind of a retracement, and then we're gonna see what happens. This is random PA, correct? This is like a V-shape pullback. But it could give an opportunity for a buy. You just have to wait for some kind of a structure here, because this could be like a reversal play, right? You could get this kind of a setup, and then it breaks above, and you're gonna have clean range on the left hand side up towards 46.84. So just wait. It's gonna create like some kind of a resistance there, but potentially to give a better move. But if it just moves up, then it is what it is. But still, I would still refrain from buying. You see, we still got like sellers in control right here. I don't like this range is all that we got. This is now purely trading the trenches. You have support, you have resistance. We're just getting used to like trading this. So we've come down, we've retested the bottom of the range. Now most likely if it sets up, breaks above, gives a confirmation, gonna retest the top of the range. As price has, you know, gold has been risk off all day because we're just waiting on Trump. I'm going to head off here, guys. Appreciate you all tuning into the stream. I'll catch you London session tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Appreciate it. Please remember, leave a like on the stream. It helps the channel. And I think that's what the channel needs right now is likes. We need some likes. So I appreciate it, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Adios.
No time for this slip, homie, now we bout to dip.